choice if I want to dye my hair. It's my choice if I want to braid my hair. It's my choice. So if there are consequences that go with what I'm doing, why is the society bothered about it? Yeah, it's my choice. How does it affect the larger society? So what do you think? How does skin bleaching, a person's personal choice of bleaching their skin, how does it affect the larger society, that we should make it such a big deal? Oh, this person is bleaching, or oh, that person is bleaching. Okay. But really, what's the buzz about? Why is it such a big deal? So these are angles I would like us to explore. All right. Also, Francis from Mama Gunze in Enugu State on Facebook says, good afternoon from here. Skin bleaching is not good for the upkeep and skin maintenance. What do you know about skin bleaching, really? You know, it seems people have left the products that contain hydroquinone, and now they're going for the organic things. Yeah, before now it was about hydroquinone this, hydroquinone that. Oh, if a cream contains hydroquinone, run. It's going to bleach you. It would damage your skin and all of that stuff. And so people decided to ditch hydroquinone. I'm sure that there are people who still use creams that contain that, right? But they have chosen to go the path they think, okay, this is what should work. Organic, that's what they call it. And yet we are interested, we are concerned about what people are doing to their skin. It's just like someone also using a tattoo or tattooing their skin, and we're talking about it. We're making it a big deal. Or maybe they're not the same thing. Please talk to me. Clement is calling from Ada George. Hi, Clement.
Hello, Constance. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're welcome.
Yes, actually, this topic is prompt for discussion. And let me shock you. Perhaps you have not paid attention. Do you know that there is a governor here in the South that is bleaching his skin?
Okay.
Are you aware of that?
So that was supposed to shock me. Ooh, I'm shook.
Okay. So I'm glad you are not shocked. Perhaps, maybe if the governor is listening, or somebody close to me is listening. And the painful part is that I think it's even a cheaper one.
Okay,
what's
his name now? Clement.
Now, let me leave that one. Let me come back to the persons on the street.
Okay, no, wait. We're still talking about whoever it is that is bleaching. I want to know why you're so concerned about this person's personal choice of bleaching their skin.
Constance.
Yeah.
Let me be on the side of the NAFDAC officials who have put up this warning to us Nigerians, and who better would have adhered to the NAFDAC instructions or carry out these things in their respective states, if not for the officials of government, because I believe they are there to help the people that they are serving. Because if you walk down the street or you go to the hospitals and all that, we understand that there are therapies that you want to take to help your health or your skin, because of course your skin is also part of your well-being. Now, if you are with somebody and the person have, of course, you are saying that you know this person now. You know that this person used to be, the skin that he's wearing now, it was not the skin that he or she was wearing.
When you knew this person, how much did the person have?
From this person. That's one. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. And I'm also asking, when with what you're bringing on board now, you're talking about, I used to know this person, right? So what if when you knew this person, the person was seeing shaggy? And now the person is now chopping life. Staying under AC. The sun is no longer dealing with the person. They are eating well. It could affect their skin.
Let me give you instances. I'm not sure Africans are eating as well as Michael Jordan, who we have known from when we are small. And if I see Michael Jordan today, with all the money that he has and wherever he is, I believe he is still a black man.
No, you're saying something entirely different. So I want to know, are you saying, okay, this person was dark-skinned and now this person is light-skinned, or that this person wasn't really this fair, but now, she's just white anyhow? They're two different things.
No, nothing will make your skin to be white if you do not apply something on your skin.
Are you sure?
Will make your skin to be white. If you do not apply, it's not the AC. It's not the AC that you are in that will make your skin to be lighter. That's why we use people like Michael Jordan. I will use people like 50 Cent. We know them. We have been seeing them from when we were small, and they maintain. They have the skin that we have today. I'm not sure we use the kind of AC that they are using. In fact, our AC is not as quality as the kind of AC they have there.
Really?
What they will tell me is because they use AC. So it is because of what they apply on their skin. And it is so pathetic.
Why is it so pathetic?
So pathetic? Hello?
Why is it pathetic?
It's pathetic because for me, it's irritating. You see somebody, the leg will be different. In fact, even most of your colleagues on television, you are seeing somebody's face is light, then the hand that he or she gets starting with is dark. For crying out loud.
I've not seen such a person before.
Eh?
I've not seen such a person on TV before. So I'm just wondering.
No, now.
All right. Thank you for calling, Clement.
Thank you.
All right. Nsi Song Wilson on Facebook says, good afternoon. One thing I know is that everyone will carry their own load. Anyone who chooses to bleach his or her skin will suffer any result that comes out, whether good or bad. Oh, yeah. So let's hear from you, though. Why do you think people bleach their skin? And why should it matter to the society? Or to the larger society? Why should it matter? So NAFDAC is the agency responsible for food and drug administration and control, right? So, they're there to give advice. They're there to let us know, call our attention to what they think or what they know is harmful to our health. But why should... Okay, so when we talk about people abusing drugs, okay, is cocaine bad on its own? No, it's not. Is the alcoholic drinks that we have, are they bad on their own? No, they are not. But when you see people abusing these things, and then you now have people who are selling drugs and all of that stuff, and the likes of NDLEA are talking about the dangers of drug abuse. They actually give us reasons why it matters to the society. For example, when you take drugs, you can run mad, and hey, the sight of a crazy person on the road is not a good thing, number one. Number two, people feel they're out of this world and they can take to the life of crime. Someone who is high on whatever drugs can decide to just go shoot people. Why? They're not even in the right state of mind. So they are a threat to another person. And so many other examples. So yes, the larger society should care because it's going to affect us. It affects everybody. So how about skin bleaching? I need someone to help me find out. I need someone to tell me how this one affects the larger society. That's the part I'm looking out for. Don't worry, there's no gift. It's not like if you get this answer correctly, I'll give you something. No, that's not what this is about. I just want us to think, right? So apart from your personal feeling of saying, oh, it's disgusting, someone's hands are different color from their legs, from their face. It's disgusting. Okay. There are so many things that are disgusting. All right? What else? I want to know how it affects the larger society. Why should the society care, really? And then the second question I'm asking, the proliferation of skincare merchants today in our markets, on our streets, on social media in Nigeria, is that what is fueling this skin bleaching, this urge, this longing for skin bleaching? Or is it that the people who want to bleach their skin are the ones who are demanding for the products, and so we have a lot of skincare merchants? It's almost like who is using who. But hey, who is influencing who? That's the question for this one right now. 070-0923-0923 070-0923-0923. Yibala Edit on Facebook says, I think people who do that do it because they want their skin to look better. But sometimes the reverse is the case. And in the long run, when old age comes, I think it is not a well idea to Africans. Chukwemeka Stevens says, the most painful thing about bleaching is the patch it leaves in the body. How can the leg be fair and the knee dark? So not good for the eyes. All right, so keep those calls coming. And remember, we have a call screener. All right, so that you don't hang up when you hear another person's voice. 070-0923-0923. And then send me messages via WhatsApp to 0809-030-6416. And then Vengeance. Oh, wow. It seems your name is Vengeance on some days, but it's okay. So your Vengeance today, you're texting from Airport Road. You say some do not know the effects of bleaching, but tend to see it as part of beautification. The government should wake up and monitor the production and sale of all types of skincare products, and enlightenment must need to be done too. Okay, so why are we calling on the government to enlighten people on the effects of skin bleaching, right? Why? Is it because of the cancer aspects that the WHO highlighted? What if the person doesn't care that they're going to get cancer later on in life? But for now, I want to look good. So why should the larger society care? Is it that we will all have to donate money to treat somebody who has cancer? Which, of course, is not something we do in our society. Nobody comes to you asking for money, saying that, oh yeah, it's that time of the year, or it's that time of the month, or it's that time again for us to donate money to treat cancer patients. Well, it's not like we pay tax to treat cancer patients. Why should the society care? And this person who is telling me the governor that used to bleach his skin, I don't understand. It's not part of my question, no. I don't even know what that is about. So we're talking about the practice of skin bleaching. And so some people look for a natural way to get their skin fair. Yeah. And I had to, Google it, find out. Is there a natural way to get the skin to be fair or fairer without having to apply anything on your skin? In case you think I want to come and advertise one organic product here, it's not happening. So I'll tell you what I discovered. But that will be after you talk to me. So this person says, my sister, apart from the effects, it is really disgusting and dishonorable to see men and women with different colors of hand and face. Have you heard of something called vitiligo? There is actually something like that. So someone can actually be born and they different colors. Sorry, vitiligo. So I have seen people. I remember while I was growing up, there was this particular man on my streets. Like, we used to run outside to come look at him. I didn't know what vitiligo was. So the man just had different colors like that, patches all over his skin. So sometimes I don't know whether we are the ones that came up with the story or someone came up with the story of how fire burnt somewhere. But now that I am grown up, I know that there was no fire because his skin doesn't look like it was burnt. But he just had those patches. And yeah, there's even a model who looks like that. So yeah, it's when you're saying it's disgusting, I don't know, our choice of words anyway. So when you're saying it's disgusting, there are people who naturally are born with such a condition that leaves their skin looking that way. So you would say this person is disgusting? So it's disgusting to you, but it's not disgusting to the person. The person is feeling good. My skin is lighter. Whether you're saying my legs are not fair, my face is fair, that's your business. You're the one looking at my legs. It's my face I want you to see. But hey, that's even for the people who go for products that are, I don't even know what kind of products would do that to anybody. But there are products people use and there is no sign anywhere of any dark patch or anything. So I think it's the ones who use the cheap ones that end up looking like map of Africa. But those who actually go for, should I call it original one? The very expensive ones, right? That they have to, I don't know whether they keep going back to get it better or they just have something they are given to apply. They have the creams they use on their body. And then it's not just about the cream they use. That's another thing. So if someone is even bleaching the skin and they do not know that, especially as someone who lives in Africa, you're actually doing something to your skin. You know, Africans, because of our geographical location, we're closer to the sun. So we have the natural covering, the natural thing that keeps us safe from the sun. And so by the time you're using products that actually wipes it off or removes it, the melanin popping. So by the time you're using a product that removes that thing, so what do? So some people don't even know that there's something called sunscreen. So by the time you're using a product that's nobody advised you advised yourself, you and your friends, by yourself, within yourselves, you decided to start rubbing something. And then you're leaving yourself exposed to the sun, exposed to this harsh weather. What do you expect is going to happen? So I'm still looking for that person who will tell me why the larger society should care. Why should government even come into this talk right now? Yeah, let's say we're talking about tattoos and the effects of using tattoos on the skin, the effects of tattooing your skin. If the needle, it's not a needle, whatever that product is, the machine they use to do the drawing is, right? If it's not sterilized and it was used on someone who has HIV, means the next person who gets the drawing is going to carry HIV. So there's even a reason why the larger society should care. So now, rather than tell people, oh, don't draw tattoo, perhaps we now switch attention to, if you're going to draw a tattoo, ensure that a sterilized object is used to make those markings on your skin. But hey, for the bleaching of the skin, why should the larger society care? All right, so B from Bonnie says, according to research, ladies that are fair get more attention and are more favored than dark-skinned ladies. In movies, fair ladies are given more roles than dark ladies because it's easy for the camera to see them. Yeah. And camera was seeing Genevieve and Naji all these years. Oh my goodness. And the likes of Mercy Johnson. How did the camera see them? Anyway, I think I get what you're saying about the attention that the light-skinned people get, right? So remember I asked a question. Is it the society that is influencing this, or is it the urge for this that is influencing the society? So this time around, from what you've said, Sobi, it's like it's the society that is influencing or that is fueling the need for skin bleaching. You know, when people, the kind of, I mean, I'm a light-skinned person, so I understand the kind of attention someone who has a light skin gets. It's not because the people who are seeing you, they have a small mindset. No. They just can't help it. Even myself, when I see Oyibo somebody, I notice them as well, right? So there's that attention that someone who's light-skinned gets that a darker-skinned person may not necessarily get when it comes to just looking at people facially or, you know, just physically. So someone who's light-skinned, she might not necessarily need the curves. All she just has to do is just be fair and you are good to go. You know, we can forgive you of every other thing. Just be fair like that. But if you're dark-skinned, you better have the curves to go with the dark skin so that you can have something to compensate for the fact that your skin is not light or fair. But then, finally, it actually shows that there is something wrong with the mindset of our people. So someone puts our minds there. Back to what I shared with you before now, that I read about how the transatlantic slave trade affected the, Africans and has now led to what we now see in our society, the bleaching of the skin. So, once upon a time, the society saw a light-skinned person as a free person. Because usually, if you're light-skinned, automatically you are a white man, right? So if you're dark-skinned, you're a black man. So you are either a potential slave or you are a slave. So I think for a long time, people associated the light skin with freedom. And so if you want to be free, you better be looking for something that makes you look like these other people. So I think I agree with that school of thought, actually. So we'll go on now for a break. We have the news, trending stories coming right up. And of course, afterwards, I still want to hear from you. We're discussing skin bleaching and why people do that. My name is Constance Mega. Just stay tuned. I'll be right back. Welcome back now. Brown skin girl, your skin just like pearl. Yeah, if only someone whose skin is brown could look at it and say, I'm beautiful. And not mind whether someone is giving more attention to another person who has a lighter skin than theirs. Oh well. So there is also a difference, or should I say something people talk about when it comes to skin bleaching. Some people will tell you there's a difference between bleaching the skin and lightening the skin. In fact, they even added brightening to the list. So I saw whitening, brightening, lightening. And so the thing is, right? Sometimes people have things happening to them, and you may not know that this person you're looking at and you're thinking this person is brown skin girl might not necessarily be brown skin. Maybe the person is just going through stuff. The person might even have a health problem that has affected the color of their skin. Yeah, I've seen some people like that. And then when they show you their before picture and their current picture, or you're looking at them currently and they show you their before picture, you just wonder, what happened? You used to be light skinned. How did you now become dark? What happened to you? Yeah, so I've also met someone like that. Okay, but talking about brightening, lightening, what's the other one? Brightening, lightening, whitening. So let me just read out some of the things I came across about skin brightening, skin lightening, skin whitening. And then you're going to have to choose by yourself, right? So what is skin brightening? According to a particular blog post, they say that skin brightening restores the natural glow of your skin by removing dull and dead skin cells from the surface. So brightening the skin is an essential part of most people's daily skincare routine, as it not only rejuvenates your natural skin tone, but also cleanses it. So this is more like some of those things people use to, maybe they are exfoliating the skin and all that, just to keep the skin. Well, it already explains itself. They said to remove dull and dead skin cells from the surface. Okay, so let's see. Is skin brightening permanent? Well, it may not happen. Skin brightening, actually, from what they say that if you stop using your brightener, your skin may not dull out in one day, but it will begin to lose nutrients, and over time it will lose its natural radiance. Okay. So because it's a daily skincare routine, which actually will ensure the changes become more effective. So what is skin lightening? All right. So they say that skin lightening is for those that have hyperpigmentation and dark spots on their face. So it may be important to use a skin lightener because it will restore your uneven skin tone and lighten it. So the goal of skin lightening is not to bleach your skin. The goal is to fade out unwanted blemishes and dark spots. Like my friend I told you about, she had the patches underneath her eyes. Every other place, light skin like that. So skin lightening is what they say such a person should go for. So not skin brightening, but skin lightening. Okay. Which one is skin whitening? All right. So that is where you now see bleaching. So skin whitening is also what is called as skin bleaching. And they refer to it as a treatment that will chemically give you a lighter skin tone. And listen, with the use of these dangerous chemicals, through sometimes an extremely painful procedure, you would dramatically lighten your skin beyond its natural tone. Wahoo! So you can also whiten your skin with bleaching creams that are intended to have similar results as chemically bleaching with a treatment. I think I like the part where they mentioned the fact that the chemicals are dangerous chemicals. So there's skin whitening, there's skin lightening, and there's skin brightening. So what we're talking about is skin whitening. Okay. So that we can all be on the same page, right? When we hear about bleaching, it means changing the color of your skin from what it was to an entirely different color. Definitely white. But not white, but we already know what I mean, right? So back to the question. For someone who has chosen to change the color of their skin, I think there was a time this conversation came up. You know, one of the housemates on Big Brother Naija, it was said that, she changed her skin color. She used to be dark and now she has whitened her skin and she's white. She's so fair in complexion. People were talking about that. And so I'm looking at this person and I'm like, okay, that's her choice. How does it affect me? How does it affect the larger society? Why should the government care about people choosing to whiten their skin? I hope I've given enough explanations for you to really think about why the government should care. Because I want us to know why people, if it's even necessary for the larger society to be so interested in this thing. Why? So someone says there is a very subtle yet very important reason. An individual's decision can heavily impact other people in posterity. How? For this one, how? 070-0923-0923 070-0923-0923. Good afternoon, Constance. Let me see this message. And then this person is showing all right, interesting. Skin bleaching is not medically necessary, but something people choose to do for cosmetic reasons. Others may feel this will make them more attractive or more confident. However, have you seen the Jamaicans bride from Omoko? What's up about them? Afternoon, Constance. My own opinion is that some people bleach due to lack of self-esteem. Since there is an unwritten agreement that the light-skinned people are more beautiful, people want to be light-skinned by all means. I once heard my crush saying she preferred light-skinned guys. Wow. Had it been I had lack of self-esteem, I would have been looking something else now. It is what it is, Dave. All right, Dave, thank you. A lady started bleaching because her light-skinned friend snatched her boyfriend, Sobi, from Bonnie. Oh, wow. And she couldn't look for another boyfriend of another person to snatch. Anyway. Good afternoon, Constance. The larger society is affected by those who bleach their skin from the map. Okay, so this person actually is showing me a map here. Google search results, 2004 till today. Skin whitening, sun tanning. Okay, sun tanning versus skin whitening. Google search. All right, so he says you can see how much Africans bleach their skin. This gives the idea to the actual whites that we see our skin color as inferior and not beautiful enough. And you need to see the comments from these white people. So it affects us all. However, everyone is entitled to do what they want with their body. Precious Chibweze from Mile 3. All right, Precious. Who's this person? What are you saying? Okay, some do not know. Okay, I've already seen your message. Vengeance. Thank you. Good afternoon, Constance. Please, what's the difference between skin bleaching and skin lightening? Because there are people who are as light as you, but suddenly start getting dark due to the nature of their job, and they decide to apply some cream to lighten up their skin. Can that also be classified as bleaching? From Festus. Well, Festus, I've already talked about that one. 070-0923-0923. Talk to me. How does this affect every other person? What is this image you're showing me? You're showing me someone's skin with blemishes. What am I supposed to do with that image? Do you have any comments to that effect? Please explain to me what I'm supposed to do with that image. Thank you very much. All right. So back to this one here. When the individual making the decision begin to suffer the consequences of the decision, the said individual would now turn to other people whose opinion didn't matter in the past for support. Okay. That is when it goes wrong. That is when it goes wrong. What if it doesn't go wrong? And the person has enough money to keep maintaining their skin color, and they keep getting the attention and achieving whatever it is they want to achieve with having lighter skin. You know, there are even other conversations when it comes to what people do with their body. So we're having this conversation about, bleaching today. Sometimes, because it's also something that is fast becoming a trend. The whole enhancement procedures that are going on. These are people's choices. Personal choices. But how does it affect the larger society? And then this person is also telling me that don't we all agree that prevention is better than cure? Do we have to find out? Well, is choosing not to look at people who have had their procedures, not procedure now, their own skin bleaching go bad. And they've chosen to look at those who have done the bleaching and it's working for them. Sometimes that's what people choose. Because it's based on their personal opinion. So I'm choosing to see someone who has whitened their skin and they're still glowing 10 years after, than to look at someone who whitened his or her skin and 2 years down the line they're looking horrible. In fact, I choose not to see such people. And so I decide to research and even find out this person whose white skin is still glowing after 10 years. What is this person doing? Perhaps I should rather be learning from this person so I can do it better. And it's crazy that we have a whole lot of the so-called skincare merchants all over the place. Like everybody now. You hear people say people that did not even pass chemistry in school are now skincare merchants. Merchants of skincare products. And then not just that they're selling skincare products, they're also the ones making the skincare products. How did you come up with what you're doing? How do you know that what the amount you have mixed of whether turmeric or whatever it is you guys put in there, how do you know that is the proper amount? For people in Africa, for people in Nigeria, for people who live in the South. Or you just mix it and you sell it. Whether you are in Abuja, come and buy. If you're in Kano, come and buy. If you're in the Southeast, come and buy. If you're in the Southwest, come and buy. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. The atmosphere is not the same thing. Oh well. Maybe those who have patronized them or those who patronize them can best explain how these things work. Because there are soaps, and then there are the products you use to maybe scrub the skin, and then the ones you apply on the skin, and all whatnot. Hi, Ash. Okay. So, hi, Ashley. Ashley is a brown skin man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so, Ashley, why should the larger society care about another person's decision to be white?
I will not speak for the larger society. I'll speak for myself.
Okay.
And this is what I like to say to people when they make their choices and their decisions. Always have contingencies.
Okay.
Any choice you're making, make sure that if it goes south, it's not going to be my problem.
Okay.
Especially when it's a choice that can impact on your person, right? For instance, the one you've described. There are possibilities. It might not always be the case, but there are possibilities that those who bleach their skin are going to have issues. Now, in the moment when you're making that choice, you can say, oh, it's my choice. Why should anybody be bothered about it? Until it becomes a challenge in the future. And then you need help. And all those people who it wasn't their decision, it now suddenly becomes, they now need to become your support group to help you get help. I see my skin is decaying, is this, is that. So if you're going to make those choices, have contingencies so that it doesn't become anybody's problem. It will be your choice now and even later. Whatever happens, have contingencies.
All right.
So that tomorrow is not the society's problem. Because that's what loads of people are trying to fight.
Okay. Well, let's go on this break and we'll be right back. Just stay tuned. Welcome back now. Thank you so much, Ashley. So he also said something before he left. He was talking about the Babylonian king who was asking for people who were good looking. When they were choosing from the slaves, from their loot, the human beings they looted, that they were able to carry from Jerusalem and all those other places. And so, the likes of Daniel were also chosen because not only were they, what's the word now, well educated, they were also good looking. So there's something about the eyes and people wanting people who are good looking around them. So I think part of the reasons why the larger society should care about people's choice to whiten their skin is that other people may begin to feel like they are not good enough. Yeah, you might say, why will he be thinking you're not good enough? So why will another person's opinion? It means you don't have self-esteem. Yeah, there are people who do not have that self-esteem. There are people who are still coming up. They're still getting around building their self-esteem. So in this social media age, we have a lot of young people on social media. So what do you think happens to those young minds that are still coming up, that are still developing their self-esteem? So at home, mommy and daddy are teaching what they're teaching, but they're looking at what is happening on social media and they're learning something else. So the person who's advertising the skincare products, the person who is talking about who is brandishing their light skin and making it look like that is the best thing ever in this world, is not telling you the side effects of skin bleaching. No, that's not what they do. So they are parading what they think in their eyes is beauty. So it makes another person feel like, okay, if I'm not this way, it means I'm not beautiful. And so there's a conflict in their mind. So they want to get the money, they want to do whatever it takes to get their hands on those products that would also alter their skin so that they can be lighter skinned, so that they can have a white skin, so that they can now be beautiful based on what some other people have sold to them as beauty. And so if the cancer should come, it might not even be cancer. It might even be a surgery that this person needs to undergo. And they are done with the surgery and the skin is finding it hard to heal. It's not just cancer. The larger society or the government should care in the sense that it has to do with life. If we value life and we know the consequences of doing something, we will take into consideration when doing something or when we see someone who wants to do it. The what? The person may not be aware of the consequences. All right, what's your name? Okay, Insisong Wilson, that's your message. All right, thank you. When the person comes down with cancer, definitely cost will be involved, and if it's government hospital, the government spends taxpayers' money to treat that individual, Kalo or Biesia. But there are other things that could cause cancer. Might not necessarily be the skin products or skincare products that the person applied. All right, thank you so much for having this conversation with me. So we have to go now for the program, His Story. And of course, afterwards, the news update comes up. And after the news update, let's talk about best friends. Do you have a best friend? Why did you choose that person as your best friend? That's the conversation after the news. My name is Constance Mega. Do stay tuned.